Hello everybody, Tim here with another movie review, this time for Deadpool 2. I am being joined by my lovely bride-to-be, Maggie. And so we just got out of Deadpool 2. This time it's directed by David Leach, I believe, one of the co-directors of John Wick, and then he directed Atomic Blonde, a movie I did not very much enjoy at all, but I like John Wick. And then, of course, Ryan Reynolds returns as Wade Wilson, Deadpool. We've also got Josh Brolin as Cable, Zazie Beetz as Domino, TJ Miller returns, whoever played Colossus returns, Negasonic Teenage Warhead is back, Blind Al, all the characters from the first one you know and love, Vanessa, they're all back. And, what?
Bantu. Is that his
name?
Bantu?
Dupender, yeah. Yeah, whatever, yeah, he's back. Bantu is his cousin or whatever.
Oh, yes. I'm so sorry.
Anywho, Deadpool 2. What did we think about the movie? Well, I'm going to start off. Maggie's like pent up. She's got a lot of energy pent up. I would first off like to say that the first Deadpool, amazing. Loved it. I don't think it's the best Marvel comic book movie ever made, but it's obviously broke the mold, paved the way for Logan, which is a movie I think is perfect. Mm-hmm. And I think it did a lot of good for the genre. This time around, though, not the case. The more and more I'm thinking about this movie, the more and more I'm just a little disappointed. I don't think it's a bad movie. I just think that the potential that was there is kind of dwindling away. And I think I need to see, like, I'll be happy to see a third one, and I'd be there day one to see a third one. But this movie in particular does not give me much hope for another one. It's going to make a shit ton of money. It's going to do really well at the box office. And I think people are generally going to enjoy it. But for this guy, not so much. Maggie.
Same. I was very, very disappointed. The beginning, like the first act or whatever, took a very long... Well, not a very long time, but like it took a long time. And then all of a sudden it was a different movie for the rest of the movie.
Yeah, without getting into spoilers, the movie starts, and it starts frantic and exciting, and I was pumped.
I really liked the first part of the movie.
The first, like, 15 minutes I really, really enjoyed, and then all of a sudden it switches into something else, which I don't think was a bad choice. I just think the way that they went about it and executed it was poor, and it's really hard to talk about this without spoilers, but you'll know what we mean when you see the movie.
Yeah.
Something that I actually heard someone else complain about, which was on the Schmoes No review for this movie, was Christian Harloff talked about how he just didn't like TJ Miller in this movie. I thought that all of the supporting characters other than Domino were wasted. Domino is cool, really cool. But
Colossus was ridiculous in this movie.
He was a little...
He was like like, I know his point is to be cheesy because he's cheesy in the first movie, but like this is just like stupid.
I thought that he was good. I liked Colossus actually, but I like his whole like 4 or 5 moments, like all that stuff, like the cheesiness stuff. Like I actually enjoyed that. But they waste Negasonic Teenage Warhead. Without getting into spoilers, she's barely in this movie. And
Colossus is barely in it too. He's in like the first part and then the end.
Yeah, and there's a new X-Men or a new mutant at the X-Mansion who is a friend of Negasonic Teenage Warhead's it's her girlfriend. I don't think that's a spoiler. It's Negasonic's girlfriend. I actually liked her a lot. Cool. In the few moments, there's a quip with her and Deadpool that
was really funny.
That was really funny that I enjoyed, and I think that'll be a hit of the movie. But she was wasted. I thought,
like she had this cool power that like we saw.
Yeah, and TJ Miller was wasted. I thought all of the X-Force characters other than Domino were wasted. I just thought all of the supporting characters were wasted. Even Dupender, who is like really funny in the first one, and it isn't a big character, but his moments in the first one you remember because you gotta grab it tight. Like all that is like really funny from the first one, but he doesn't have a moment here. And when he does get his moment in the movie, it was just by that point I was done. I was just kind of over it.
Like honestly, this was like Ryan Reynolds' show, and not that that's like a bad
because it was his show in the first one.
Right, but like But it was different in the first one. Like, yes, it was, because he interacted more with these other characters.
Mm-hmm.
Like, in this one, it's really just, like, about him.
If this is a precursor to what we would get in an X-Force movie, that worries me. Because they're going to make an X-Force movie. Like, it's going to happen. And they're going to use Cable and Deadpool and Domino.
I didn't know that.
And, well, I would imagine that's what this whole movie was. This whole movie was a setup. It was a setup movie.
Was it? Because I couldn't tell.
It just, I don't know. We were disappointed.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a bad movie. I don't want
No.
to sound overly negative. Something that we haven't talked about at all is the kid. Like, if you've seen the trailers, you kind of get the idea that Cable's coming back for this kid. I thought that, I don't know his name, but the kid who plays Russell, he was in Hunt for the Wilder People. I thought he was fine. He served the purpose of the role, but he kind of was...
Just there.
He was there, and actually towards the end a bit annoying and obnoxious.
Yeah.
And, again, I just wanted to see... Honestly, if there was one character that I wanted to see more of every time, it was Domino.
I think Cable.
And even Cable, and I think it's just... I don't know what it was, but I think that every time Cable was on screen, he was just there to be the butt of a joke.
That's true. Well,
of
that they could have
Deadpool's...
fixed that.
And I think that, like, the best parts with Cable are when he's not on screen with Deadpool, unfortunately. And I think that's my biggest complaint, is that just, like, all of these supporting characters, other than Deadpool, they all have these, like, shining moments, but none of them really landed for me, except for Domino. I really liked Domino, and again, I liked Deadpool. I liked Wade Wilson in the movie. It just, like, it didn't really work for me. And then there's this whole storyline with him and Vanessa that I, again, can't get into because of spoilers, but, it's just a little out there, even for Deadpool. It didn't fit the world that was set up in the first one.
Well, I don't know if I'd say that it was out there. It just didn't fit with the other storyline they were trying to tell. Like, they tried to make them, like, mixed together in, like, a cheesy sort of way. Mm-hmm. And it did not land.
Like, I understand what they were going for. It just didn't work for me. I think that, again, I feel like we're being really overly negative, and I don't mean to be, because there are some positives. There are some amazing references to other Marvel properties, some DC properties.
The end credit scenes are good.
The end credit scenes are hilarious. A lot of the jokes do land, just not as much as the first time around. Like I said 1,000 times this review, Domino's awesome. Josh Brolin looks really cool. The action is good. I wouldn't say that it's as good as the first one, but it's definitely good. It's there. So there are positives to this movie. I think that this movie is going to fall like at a 3, like the most average score that I can give, because I feel like, and I don't normally score things on here, but I feel like if I had to choose between going to a theater and Deadpool 2 is playing and Avengers Infinity War is playing, I would take Avengers Infinity War every time, and it's not because, Avengers, well, it's the 19th movie, like, well, you're invested, like, that shouldn't matter.
All of the X-Men movies. This is a universe.
Well, it's not even that, it's just, like, it's just a better made movie.
Yeah.
It's a better acted, directed, written movie than Deadpool 2. And I'm gonna get Deadpool 2 on Blu-ray. I'm probably gonna see it again in the theater. It's just, it felt, I feel like Deadpool 2 is the equivalent of the Wolverine movie, the Japanese one, where, like, there are parts of it that I really like.
I would agree with that.
And then there are parts that are just stupid and don't really fit, but there are parts that you really like, and you think you like that movie because of those specific parts. I feel like that's how I'm going to end up feeling about Deadpool 2. I might even like that Wolverine movie a little more than this one. But we've gone on for a bit about Deadpool 2, or I've gone on for a bit. Maggie, you got anything else to add?
No.
Just a little disappointed. Mm-hmm. I think if our expectations weren't so high, we probably would have liked it a little more.
Right. Yeah, because everyone was saying, oh, it's so good.
It's
better
got,
than
like,
the first one. It's not better than the first one.
Yeah, people who are saying that this is better than the first one are on
little.
crack cocaine. And there's a lot of cocaine in this movie, and it's like, no, that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. So, anyway, guys, those are our thoughts. I don't mean to cover your face. Those are our thoughts on Deadpool 2. If you liked this video, hit that like button and hit subscribe. I know we've got a lot of hot takes in this video, but what can I say? I gotta speak my truth. I gotta speak my truth and say how I feel. Mm-hmm. This is my first review in like 3 weeks, and my 2 followers are gonna throw things at me when they see me. So, but thanks as always for watching, guys. Be sure to hit like and hit subscribe. And until next time, have a good one.